But once again, like my personal efforts are really, really, really the minority of on-ramping of new users. The majority of people put me on the phone with guys that have hundreds of millions of dollars. I never heard of these people before in my life. And so other Hexicans somehow have found pockets of very wealthy people and just on-ramp tons and tons of users on their own. The majority of Hex streams aren't mine. The majority of Hex on-ramps aren't mine. The majority of Hex ads aren't mine. Like, they're just everybody else's. Like, everybody's doing all of that work. And, when you look at the timing of when things tend to kick off, it's around this number of years. It's existed. So many people have become millionaires. The performance has been so perfect with 100% uptime that now is historically when things start to go insane, around this timing. So if you look at...
You're talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum in their past performance.
I mean, everything.
Right.
Like, even scams. It seems like scams tend to kick at like 2 years is when they go like, wow. That's when they take off. So the timing is there, the performance is there, the branding is there, the messaging is there, the education is there. I mean, I learned things from Mexicans. They're smart. You're like, okay, I didn't think of it that way.
For sure. Like you said, you're a polarizing figure, obviously. And I think this is probably the most polarizing project that exists. And I'm not into every crypto project, but
it's funny. It's funny. I designed this to do a 10,000x in 2.5 years.
Yeah, you called it too. I've seen that interview where you called it before it happened. I was like, that's pretty impressive.
And then it happened.
Yeah,
where are my apologies? Incredible. Where are my apologies? How many people demonized me and said I was the worst person ever and all these other things? And you're just like,
I wanted to ask you your thoughts. I try and read people and whatever. I think you seem like a good person. You seem like your heart's in the right place.
I raised 27 million for charity, right?
I know. I wanted to talk to
Nobody
you
else
about
did
Sens because
me.
I love Aubrey de Grey. Aubrey de Grey. I've read his book. I love the whole thing. I wanted to get into that at the end. You seem like your heart's in the right place. You're doing the right thing. Why the constant skepticism? Like, what is it that people don't get?
Well,
what would you say to those people? Like, what is it that they don't get?
I said this is designed to appreciate and value. Scam! You're like, okay, which cryptos aren't designed to appreciate and value? Okay, stable coins and what else? Okay, everything is designed to appreciate and value. That's why there's the halvening. Okay. So why am I being yelled at by you dum-dums? I'm the one telling the truth, the obvious truth that everyone obviously knows. Why am I being yelled at? And by the way, people hate Vitalik. They still hate him to death. They think he's like the master scammer or something. These Bitcoiners just absolutely hate Vitalik.
The Bitcoin maxi community is
what did
ruthless.
Vitalik do? Like, he on-ramped millions of users. He writes open source software. He solved basically on-chain exchange, which is massive. Like, you're just like, what more do you want from the guy? I mean, he barely even eats food. He has minimal environmental impact. He also donated a few $1 million for the Sens Foundation.